nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
The amount of special treatment that black women get in the workplace blows my mind. They can be dumber than a box of rocks. They're given special leeway. They don't abide by the dress code. They're late all the time. And there's always an excuse. And if you're a manager and you hold them to this excuse, you're the racist because their kid or something happened in their family. And we have to stretch the rules for them. We have to overlook it. We can't say anything. Managers are afraid to approach them and confront them about the dress code, confront them about their hair, confront them about tardiness, because they'll have a video made. Somebody will say you're being racist. And so managers all over the world, owners, when you hire black women, be prepared what comes along with that. Be prepared for your other workers to feel highly uncomfortable when they're constantly seeing somebody not abide by the rules and not a damn thing is done about it. Not a damn thing. And most businesses will stand by and will put up with mediocre performances because they want to keep their doors open and they don't want a TikTok video made about how racist they are.
Okay, so I wanted to address this video with this Karen who is talking about black women in the workplace. What's new? We are in their heads 24/7, running around that little pea brain of theirs all the time. And looking at this video, there was somebody who made a comment that they're so glad that she's describing herself to a T. It's 100% correct. This is not indicative of the behaviors of black women in the workplace because we are watched so much and micromanaged so much. Basically, we can see the favoritism that's given to colorless women and colorless adjacent women over black women, promotions and, better positions and just income. So just everything. So that's why this is a lie. Being late, we can address that first. Being late has nothing to do with your race. And personally, I've never been given that critique of being late as a black woman. And most of the time, a lot of crazy things that are going on in the office that get overlooked, like coming in late and leaving early, that is done by colorless women. But she is thinking back to a specific black woman who she has in her mind that none of this stuff is true about. This is the story that she made up in her head about this black woman. I'm sure she probably had no interaction with this woman. This is just stuff that she made up in her head. But this is the type of woman who is at your workplace, in the corporate office, in corporate America, who has a disdain for black women. But this woman will be the very woman who is in your face talking to you normal, like she's cool, like she's your friend, but she has so much malice and disdain and ire toward you as a black woman because she is an energy vampire, like a lot of them are. She is drawn to you. She is drawn to your aura and your energy. And when she's close to it and speaking with you and talking with you, she gets a boost. So she's, sucking the life out of you. And that's why you feel tired just being in the office. And then when you leave, you notice, you get a little bit of sun, you have a little bit more energy. But even though she likes your energy, she severely, severely dislikes you because she sees you as competition. And also she knows she doesn't measure up to your knowledge and expertise. So it just burns her ass. I've dealt with this. I know a lot of black women have dealt with one of these or multiples of these in the office. But I just wanted to go over a few things that she said.
The amount of special treatment that black women get in the workplace.
That's a lie. Black women do not get special treatment in the workplace. What they are seeing is the result of your knowledge, education, skills, and hard work as you move forward. They think it's some type of privilege because they don't know what education, skills, and hard work is. Everything's been handed to them on a silver platter because they have that pale skin. So how could she have any knowledge of what skills and hard work look like and how that helps a company and a business? She can't.
They can be dumber than a box of rocks.
First of all, you can't be and get into a position because you will be the first one fired, last one hired. So I don't know what she's talking about. There is not a black person who can get a job can't do that job. They'd replace them. This is asinine. The only person who's dumber than a box of rocks is her, because there could be a possibility that a black woman got a position that she wanted, or a position that paid more money, or had a higher title that she felt she was entitled to. And she was looking at this woman as a DEI hire, and she was just there because she was a part of the black quota that they think is out there. And she didn't get it, and the black woman did, and she's been hating ever since.
They're given special leeway. They don't abide by the dress code.
She never said what special leeway black women are given. I don't know, showing skills and getting paid per those skills, really? Which black women have to work twice as hard, 10 times as hard to get certain positions and to get their foot in the door. And she didn't have to. And that's why she thinks she should have got it and not the black person. But not understanding the discrimination and racism that makes black people have to work 10 times as hard is why we have so many freaking skills and we lap them. And as far as the dress code goes, I understand where this is coming from, because there was a situation that I was privy to in an office where a lot of colorless women were talking about other colorless women. That's the majority of what I've seen. But there was a situation with colorless women talking and one black woman talking. She didn't like that woman. It was for a specific reason, but the woman was there for years, right? And she did not go above and beyond to kiss ass. And she did her job. And she, she would take her break. She would take her lunch. She dressed very cute. Her hair was always done. Her makeup was done. She had these beautiful professional outfits that were business professional. Nobody ever came to her about anything. So she'd wear these dresses, these skirts, these outfits. Everything was put together nice. The colors were great. Her heels were very professional. Everything professional. But they were hating on her because of her body shape. The girl was stunning. And instead of going to her and asking her where she, what salon she goes to, does she do her own hair, what products she use, where does she go shop? Because, you want to get your style together that fits you and makes you look great and flatters you. Oh, no, we got to hate on her. I'm hating on her because she's taking time to present how she wants to. And it was the same thing of a POC lady. She's very pretty. She would do her makeup. She'd do her hair. She had her pearls on. She wore her skirts, her dresses. Lovely attire. Hating on her too.
They're late all the time. And there's always an excuse. And if you're a manager and you hold them to this excuse, you're the racist.
And usually it is, because if you're holding the black woman to a standard that you don't hold yourself to, or the coworkers or people that you manage who you're buddy with, you're friends with, and you make exceptions for them, but then you're trying to make different exceptions for the black woman, that could get you in some trouble with HR. If we have the proof that because I've been in that situation too, proving that you're giving something to colorless women, but not to the black, that can get that business into trouble. But no, you feel like you should have special privileges over the blacks. And being allowed to leave early with companies saying they want work-life balance, it's none of your business why she's leaving. And that's the problem. They don't know what's going on. There could be a serious medical issue. There could be a sick child. There could be any reason in the world. It's none of your fucking business. That's your problem. They always want to be in black people's business. And a lot of black women, they literally keep to themselves. They're not telling all their business all the time. And they go there to work and they leave. They're just there for a paycheck. I'm here to do the job and I'm getting out of here as soon as possible so I can do what I really want to do.
Because their kid or something happened in their family. And we have to stretch the rules for them. We have to overlook it. We can't say anything. Managers are afraid to approach them and confront them about the dress code.
Nobody is afraid to do anything. That's a lie. The only time managers and supervisors get afraid is because they know that they have a bias, and they know that somebody walked their flat ass in there who was colorless with a certain outfit that may not meet that dress code, and you're looking at this woman because she has this type of shape, this type of body, and now you're trying to come to her in her professional attire because you're being a hater. The manager is being a hater. You are then giving the colorless woman a pass, but you're trying to hold the black woman to strict standards. It's bullshit. She was mad because the manager didn't hold the black woman to standards because the black woman attire was professional for the office setting that she was in. And she was mad and angry because she wanted to put that dress on, but we all know it wasn't going to look the same. And that's why I say, because we don't talk to anyone and we keep to ourselves, she had no idea what somebody had to leave early for or come in late for and what was going on in that person's life. She's making shit up in her head. That's all she has, because she hasn't talked to anyone. The manager isn't going to give her any information, and the black woman is not going to give her any information.
Confront them about their hair. Confront them about tardiness.
So I'm guessing, because we can see the rat nest on her head, the roots are overly grown out. The blonde part, not a natural blonde, looks like a rat's nest. But yeah, she was hating real hard on the different hairstyles. I'm sure that the woman who came in with different hairstyles. She switched up her look, and she wished she could do it effortlessly, but she can't. And she's a hater, and she's mad, big mad about it.
Because they'll have a video made. Somebody will say you're being racist. And so managers all over the world, owners, when you hire black women, be prepared what comes along with that.
So now she is being a nasty witch, saying, oh, you shouldn't hire black people because they're going to be late. They're not going to abide by the dress code. They're going to be leaving early. Something's going to come up in their lives. And you shouldn't have to deal with that. These people should show up day in, day out. Whenever you need it, nothing should interrupt work for them. We should only be the ones, as colorless women should only be the ones who can be there for the children, who can disobey the dress code, who can leave early, who can be late, because you know it's a genuine thing. With them, it's not genuine. Fucking hater. This hating ass. Anyway.
Be prepared for your other workers to feel highly uncomfortable when they're constantly seeing somebody not abide by the rules and not a damn thing is done about it.
And she is the type of person who assumes things. She assumes that when something is going on with this black woman that she's hyper fixated on, that whatever this woman does, whatever she says, is not true. And she can't stand this woman. So of course she would think that. But she doesn't know the conversations that this woman may have with the manager or whoever she talks to about her situation. You don't know what agreement was came to when she was hired on. You don't know what was discussed, pre-employment. You don't know what was discussed about a situation, because she doesn't have to tell you her business. Mind your business. That is the lesson of the day. Mind your damn business.
Not a damn thing. And most businesses will stand by and will put up with mediocre performances because they want to keep their doors open and they don't want a TikTok video made about how racist they are.
Bullshit. And she's talking about mediocre. There is no one who I have worked with who is as mediocre as colorless people. It is so damn painful to work around them because they don't know shit. They don't take the time to know anything. And on top of not knowing, the most annoying thing about it, the most painful shit about it, is that they think they know everything. They think they know more than you. They think they're better. They think they're more educated. They think they know this job. But then when you are saying things that show that you have skill and that you have knowledge, and it's damn sure more than what they know, it irritates them. They start making excuses. They start making shit up in their heads. They start bullshitting and saying, oh, this isn't right. Then you have to go into this long dialogue just to show point A, B, C, and D how they're fucking stupid. And then they don't know how to deal with that. Mediocre is a colorless woman like her middle name, because it's always this victimhood with them, as if black women are intimidating companies and businesses, CEOs, VPs, and managers. Oh, you're going to hire me and I'm not going to do any work and you're going to pay me. And you're not going to say anything about if I show up or not, what I wear, or you're not going to you're not going to hold me to any standard and you're going to pay me. And like black women are bullying. This whole angry black woman, attitude is bullshit. Is getting on my fucking nerves because it's a fucking excuse to cover up their mediocrity. Us being there shows them how insufficient they are. And instead of doing something about it, like going and get more educated, maybe engaging, maybe going to your manager or supervisor and asking them, is there any classes available so you can properly learn, or maybe taking time out of your day after work, maybe an hour or so, and brushing up on your typing skills or brushing up on whatever programs that you use and seeing if you can get further licenses or complete and get certificates. No, they can't take any personal fucking responsibility. No, they want to point at you and call you DEI and say, oh, you don't know anything. You're just here being paid, intimidating the company, intimidating the workers. No, you're intimidated by the knowledge. You're intimidated by the skill, and you're intimidated because you don't have the wherewithal to be on her level. You hating ass bitch.